Good. Yeah. Live Benji, this is streaming, okay? It's on.
Good evening, namaste, everybody. Okay. Good evening, namaste, everybody. Welcome and thank you for coming tonight. I'm just going to quickly review the agenda for tonight very briefly, and then I'll hand it to my mom to sing a few shlokas. So my mom will start with one or two shlokas, then I will give a tribute that celebrates my father. We're all obviously here to celebrate his life. And then we'll hear from a number of individuals who are kind enough to sing a few bhajans, after which we will open it up to any of you. If any of you have anything to say, we welcome any memories, thoughts, comments about my father. And then if we have time permitting, we'll also end with a few bhajans. We'd encourage all of you, please, to sing collectively in the bhajans, and also please, if you can, silence your cell phones. So with that, thank you again for coming, and I'm going to hand it to my mom to start with a few shlokas.
My pranam to all the Atmas who are here. Vakratund Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Devam Sarvakarishu Sarvada. O Ganpati Dada, you are the Omkar Roop. You are the Gnan and Vignan. You know what is Parmeshwar and you know how to put in a practice with the Vignan. So I bow to you, make our this love, presence for Sharad to everyone. Please accept our pranam to you. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavai Tejashvina Vaditamastu Mavit Vishavahai. Shanti. Shanti. O God, we have gathered here. Protect us, nourish us. Nourish not only with good food, but nourish through our five senses so that we see well, we hear well, we eat good, we smell and touch. Let us all do good things together without hurting anyone. Create the peace within me, within my family, community, nation, and all the natural resources. Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Purnam Ada Purnam Idam. All the people who have come here, God, they are beautiful Atmas. And I bow to each and every one of you here because we are all Purna and that's what we are. Asatuma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyoti Gamaya Pratyorma Amritam Gamaya. God, to become Purna, take us from untruth to truth, darkness to light, and death to immortality. Thank you. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukhbhag bhavat. God, let everybody be happy, healthy. Let us see good in others, and let no sorrow come to anyone. This is our earnest prayer for everybody who are present here and beyond. Thank you. Pranam Sharad. We love you.
We're here today to celebrate the life and mourn the loss of my father, Sharadbhai Gandhi. While his passing leaves us with sadness, we take comfort in that he lived a truly charmed and blessed life. My father was born in Hapur, India, a town in the northern state of Uttar Pradesh in 1938, during the final decade of British rule in India. He was the grandson of Mahatma Gandhi's cousin and part of a very close-knit, broader family that all lived together in Gandhiji's ashram, where my father spent his childhood. He was an only child, partially brought up by his grandmother while his parents were in jail for opposing the British and engaging in civil disobedience. While he didn't recognize the significance at the time, he was truly fortunate to be able to directly interact with many who later would shape modern India: Nehru, Sardar Patel, Indira Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, and many others. He loved ashram life, which was a large family of individuals from different backgrounds and faiths gathered for a common purpose: to minimize one's own needs, to live simply, and to strive for Indian independence. We all know the common saying, it takes a village to raise a child. In my father's case, he was literally raised by the ashram village. Without people, like many of us modern-day helicopter parents, to keep him in check, my dad was free to be very mischievous and run wild. He climbed trees, he jumped on moving cars, played with his ashram friends, and even ran away by hopping on a train until individuals from the ashram came to find him. He would steal Mahatma Gandhi's walking stick and glasses and hide them, interrupt various political meetings, and just plant himself in Mahatma Gandhi's lap after evening prayers. Being the only son between two brothers, he was doted on by those in the ashram. They would look after him, often fixing many of his self-inflicted wounds and injuries from playing. Although he was too young to process it completely, the purpose of the ashram, to believe and work for a cause beyond oneself, made a permanent impression. His own father represented this ideal, as at Gandhiji's request, he gave up several highly lucrative business opportunities to dedicate his life to help the poor make their own clothes or Kavi so they wouldn't have to purchase expensive British-made clothing. The garland that is around his picture is made of Kavi to represent this ideal. The purpose of the ashram and the big family atmosphere would help shape his views, personality, and how he chose to spend time in the future. At some point, his mother decided that while ashram life and the duty-based learnings of the ashram were great, my father needed to get a proper education. The first time my dad went to formal school was in 8th grade. My father would go on to study and become an electrical engineer and move to the United States in 1962. He worked at Bechtel Engineering in San Francisco, went back to India, married my mom, and they both moved to the United States in 1969. My mom, a retired OBGYN, matched to a residency program in Philadelphia. He fully supported my mom's career, and they settled in South Jersey. Like many of you in this room, his story was similar. He came to the US with little money, worked to establish himself, and raise a family in a new country. Professionally and otherwise, his greatest asset was how he could relate to people. He had an amazing ability to interact and connect with anyone, regardless of their background, ethnicity, job, wealth, or general condition in life. He had a way with words, no ego, did not judge, and always made people feel at ease or better about a situation or themselves after talking to him. His effect on people was truly special. Of course, he had some less stellar qualities as well. He was perhaps the most disorganized person we'd ever seen. He slept on a king-size bed on which he slept on one part of it and the other side was covered with paperwork and bills. This, of course, did not go over well with my mom, who's an incredibly organized and neat person, so he had to solely rely on his amazing people skills to survive. True to his ashram roots, community service was always a large part of his life. He dedicated countless hours to various organizations, including those that worked on running activities with the local temple, Indian religious and cultural youth camps, and those dedicated to raising funds for building schools for kids in impoverished areas of India. In fact, more than his profession, these were the activities that he most cherished and valued. My father was lucky in that he had a great marriage. My parents loved each other very much, and while different in many ways, bonded through their common interest in community service. My dad figured out a winning formula. My mom proactively took incredible care of him in every way possible, at home, in health, financially, emotionally, and otherwise. In return, my dad would defer to my mom, who wore the pants in the house and seemingly made every major decision. So much so that even as recently as several weeks ago, my dad was ready to end additional care and go on hospice for his final days. My mom said, "I'm not giving up," and my dad backed down. My dad simply didn't have a choice in major decisions. In spite of this, he couldn't stop gushing about his marriage. Even in his last days, he said to Devish and I hit the jackpot in marrying your mom. I've talked a lot about my dad's life growing up and moving to America to give everyone context, especially if you didn't know him well. Personally, I feel very lucky to be my father's daughter. He was excellent at sports and games, particularly cricket, various card games, chess, and table tennis. And many of my own interests in sports and games stem from him. I recall countless hours of playing catch with him and Devish, and him attending sporting events where I was playing on school or community sports teams. Additionally, much to the chagrin of my mom, Devish and I watched pretty much any and every sport on television with him. Though I've lived in California for 10 years, I remain a dedicated Philadelphia Eagles fan. Beyond sports, my dad had a deep interest in history, economics, and politics, and we had very long conversations on these topics growing up in my family. In addition to stressing education, the messages of the ashram where we grew up were ever present. He would always ask Devish and I what we were doing to help others and to help community. Even in his final days, beyond any of our academic or professional successes, he was most proud of us for what we did in terms of helping others, whether it was my international service or service here in the States, or Dave's time building IFNET, an Indian cultural organization in Boston, or helping to charter a school in a lower income neighborhood in Boston. While we grieve his loss today, we take solace in that he truly had a blessed life. He was fortunate to be born in a place and nurtured by many who later would have an important place in history. As a child, he had the opportunity to meet and interact with people with an incredible diversity of backgrounds which shaped his personality. He had the chance to come to a country in the USA that would welcome him and one that he loved as much as the place of his birth. He found a wonderful wife who took care of him in every way possible and had a great marriage. He raised 2 amazing kids, one in particular, loved their spouses, Rena and Aaron, and all of his grandkids, Jay and Dia and Rohan. He loved his broader family and my mom's broader family and treated all of them as his own. He truly enjoyed meeting and connecting with mine and Devish's friends, derived joy from hearing about them, our friendship, and their accomplishments and experiences. Like the ashram he grew up in, he was a big family person and connected with and formed deep and meaningful bonds with people, many of whom are here today. More than me or others believing him to be lucky, he believed it himself. In the end, he knew and said he was truly fortunate, that life owed him nothing. I don't ever remember him getting angry or complaining about anything, in any meaningful way. To live a life without any complaints, to have the recognition and opportunity to think beyond oneself, to help family, friends, or community, and to connect with people in meaningful ways is truly a blessed life. We love him incredibly, we will miss him deeply, and we offer him our utmost blessings in his onward journey. Thank you, Dad, for all that you've passed on to us and the community you've created. Thank you. With that, I'd like to invite Sri Chandan Modi to sing a few bhajans.
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. શરદજીના વીણાબેનને આપણા તરફથી એમના ફેમિલીને હિંમત મળે આવી આપણે એમની આત્માને શાંતિ મળે એ પ્રમાણે સુંદર ભજન ગઈએ આપણે સાથે મળીને. તો આવી બધા લઈએ. સૌને વિનંતી સાથે જય રાધા માધવ everybody jai radha madhav jai kunj bihari jai radha madhav jai kunj bihari जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय माधव जय कुंज बिहारी. यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना गेनुचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी. मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर जय गोवर्धन धारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी. वासुदेव नंदन गोकुल नंदन वासुदेव नंदन गोकुल नंदन वासुदेव नंदन गोकुल नंदन वासुदेव नंदन गोकुल नंदन वासुदेव
वासुदेव नंदन गोकुल नंदन
वासुदेव नंदन गोकुल नंदन
मिश्री माखन खाए जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। सौने विनंती
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं बीर शबरी के जैसे हिलाते नहीं बीर शबरी के जैसे हिलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभं राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्
Thank you, Shri Chandan Modi and Aarti Shah, and I'd like to invite Dr. Pradeep Patel
Hello.
to sing.
was beautiful. It was very nice.
मन रे तू काहे न धीर धरे ओ निर्मोही मोहन जाने जिनका मोह करे मन रे तू काहे न धीर धरे इस जीवन की चढ़ती ढलती धूप को किसने बांधा रंग पे किसने पहरे डाले रूप को किसने बांधा काहे जतन करे मन रे तू काहे न धीर धरे उतना ही उपकार समझ कोई जितना साथ निभाता संग मरे मन रे तू काहे न धीर धरे वो निर्मोही मोहन जाने जिनका मोह करे मन रे तू काहे न धीर धरे.
All right, you guys are right. If you saw the video last week, there was not a solar panel.
It's okay. Okay, 1 second now. Maybe they get people and then you can do again.
Okay, can I ask Harshad Mehta to come up to do a stavan?
You may have heard this Maitri Bhavanu Pavitra Journal. You may have all heard about it. So if you want, you can sing with me. I may not be able to go with the music, so that's all.
I will sing.
Yeah. Maitri Bhavanu Pavitra Journal Jaya बताओ सकल विश्वनु एवी भावना नित्य रहे मैत्री भावनु पवित्र जननु मुझे हैया माया करे शुभताओ सकल विश्वनु एवी भावना नित्य रहे गुण थी बरेला गुण जन देखी हरियु मारू नृत्य करे गुण थी बरेला गुण जन देखी हरियु मारू नृत्य करे ए संतोना चरण कमल मां मुझ जीवन अर्घ रहे ए संतोना चरण कमल मां मुझ जीवन अर्घ रहे मैत्री भावनु पवित्र जननु मुझे यामा वया करे शुभताओ सकल विश्वनु एवी भावना नित्य रहे दीन क्रूर ने धर्म विहोरा देखी दिल माधर रहे दीन क्रूर ने धर्म विहोरा देखी दिल माधर रहे करुणा भी आँखों माती अश्रुनो सुत सोत करुणा भी आँखों माती अश्रुनो शुभ सोत मैत्री भावनु पवित्र चरणों मुझ हैया दया करे शुभताओ सकल ईश्वरों एवी भावना नित्य रहे मार्ग भूलेला जीवन पथिकने मार्ग छिंदवा उभो रहूं मार्ग भूलेला जीवन पथिकने मार्ग छिंदवा उभो रहूं करे उपेक्षा ए मार्गनी तो समता चित धरो करे उपेक्षा ए मार्गनी तो समता चित धरो मैत्री भावनु पवित्र जननु मुझ हैया दया करे शुभताओ सकल विश्वनु एवी भावना नित्य रहे चित्र भानुनी धर्म भावना है सौमा नवलावे वेर जेरना पाप कभी मंगल गीतो भावनु पवित्र जननु मुझ हैया दया करे शुभताओ सकल ईश्वरु प्रेमी भावना नित्य रहे प्रेमी भावना नित्य रहे
Thanks, Arjulando. We'll have one more bhajan now, after which we'll open it up in case anyone wants to say anything, after which we'll have additional bhajans. So if I could ask Gita auntie to come up.
दर पे है हम भिखारी, तुम्हारे दर पे है हम भिखारी, तुम्हारे दर पे है हम भिखारी, तुम्हारे दर पे है हम भिखारी। दया करो हे दयालु भगवन, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन। नी हो स्वामी हम हैं सेवक, है सेवक तुम हो, हम है बालक तुम पिता हो, हम है बालक तुम हो ठाकुर, हम है पुजारी, तुम हो ठाकुर, हम है पुजारी, तुम हो ठाकुर, हम है पुजारी, तुम हो ठाकुर, हम है पुजारी। दया करो हे दयालु भगवन, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन। शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारी, शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारे। दया करो हे दयालु भगवन, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन। बनाओ बिगड़ी दशा हमारी, बनाओ बिगड़ी दशा हमारी। दया करो हे दयालु भगवन, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन। प्रदान कर दो महान शक्ति, भरो हमारे विज्ञान भक्ति, कभी कहा वो है सर्वधारी, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन। शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारी, शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारे। दया करो हे दयालु भगवन, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन। बनाओ बिगड़ी दशा हमारी, बनाओ बिगड़ी दशा हमारी। दया करो हे दयालु भगवन, दया करो हे दयालु भगवन। शरण में आए हैं हम तुम्हारी। शरद का फेवरेट भजन।
I didn't know that, Auntie, that was his favorite. Okay, we're gonna take we'll come back to the bhajans in a few minutes. But we wanted, I know that all of you are obviously here to support and love my dad, so if anyone wants to share anything or would like to say anything, share any memories, please come up. We appreciate it.
Hari Om. I just wanted to share that in 1980, I had come for 2 days to, my husband Harish had joined the same place as Sharad was working. And we were looking at a place to settle down. I'd just come for 2 days. We started looking in Pennsylvania, All the places and all the driveways were really, really steep. And Sharad said, why don't you look into worries? He said, worries? We had never heard the name. And so we met. Veena was the first one we met. That was my first day here before we moved. And we saw her house. They introduced us to alluvium. The next day, we signed the contract for the house. Our children went to the same school. And so we have a long history from 1980 on. Through all the ups and downs, they have always been very supportive. I think what I remember the most over a period of time is that Veena was the energy, the force on the outward. He was in the back, still like the deep water of the ocean. Always calm, always steady, but he got everything done. And the quality of his composure had what touched me. And he was always there, a person of few words, but with great depth. And he has touched our lives many a time. And Veena, of course, what I admired about both of them is there is no life if you don't have a life of purpose. And their life of purpose went beyond their family, beyond their day-to-day life, to the life of community of service. And as Vivekananda and Rabindranath Tagore said, service is love, and that is the prayer. It's the highest form of prayer. And they both lived a prayerful life. And the drop, Sharadbhai, has merged in the ocean of infinity. I bow down to the infinity, and may we have a rest forward to you.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
That's very nice.
Is there anyone else that would like to come up and share or say anything? Okay. Then I think we'll continue with bhajans. Mom, you want to sing Ragupati Raga? You can lead us off.
In the last few days, Sharad was so, I have never seen him as spiritual as he was in the last few months rather than days. And in spite of his all the illnesses, not one, but 2, 3, 4, he will say, "Hey Ram, hey Ram." And I was so pleased with that because we used to do prayers together for the last 3 years. Last 3 years he has been sick, and I decided that my 100% of time will go towards him. So in the morning as well as in the evening, we did prayers together. And we kept on emphasizing what is Atma. And then Raghupati Raghav, because he was saying, Hey Ram, I used to sing him Raghupati Raghav because I'm devotee of God, but Krishna is my beloved. But we will sing today Raghupati Raghav, and everybody please join me. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sitaram रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम 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 भज प्यारे तू सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम करतारइये गयनागा लेता रहिए हरि नाम करतारइये गयनागा लेता रहिए हरि रात्रे निद्रा दिवसे काम प्यारे भजशो हरिनु नाम रात्रे निद्रा दिवसे काम प्यारे भजशो हरिनु नाम रात्रे निद्रा दिवसे काम प्यारे भजशो हरिनु नाम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम जय रघुनंदन जय सिया राम जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम सीतापति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम
anyone else to sing? Does anyone want to sing a bhajan?
बोलो गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय 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 गोविंद
or should maybe one more button? Okay. One more button.
मन तेरा रे मन तेरा रे यम केरा कदी लावे मन तेरा रे मन तेरा रे यम केरा कदी ना मन मरना तेरा everybody के मारा कटना नीराज नाथ जी महाप्रभु के मारा कटना नीराज नाथ जी यमुना जी नाडू मन से गोकुल बन नाडू मन से गोकुल बन मारा तन ना मारा तन ना अगलिया तुलसी ना मारा के माया कटवा विराज काशी नाथ जी यमुना जी महाप्रभु के मारा पान रखी मन गलबाया के मारा पान रखी मन गलबाया नित करता श्रीनाथ जी ने माला रे मैं तो वल्लभ प्रभु तो वल्लभ प्रभु जी तारे दर्शन मारू मोहे दो मन के मारा कटना विराज काशी नाथ जी यमुना जी महाप्रभु जी मारा आत्म ना गणेश मारा आत्म ना गणेश मारा आत्म ना गणेश महाप्रभु जी मारा आत्म ना गणेश महाप्रभु जी मारी आँखों से गिरधारी दिखाई मारी आँखों से गिरधारी दिखाई तन मन गयो मर्तन मन गयो तेरे वारी रे वारी मारा श्याम मुरारी हमारा चंद्रमा विराजमान जी यमुना जी महाप्रभु जी।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
Okay, Uncle. My mom is going to say a few words and then we can have your bhajan. Okay, Kirtan, Uncle.
It's so beautiful to have all of you here. You know, I feel so united and so unison that everybody, even I did not see you were behind me, I felt that. So, what I wanted to say today, today is the 13th day, and I kept on thinking, what is that important of 13th day? So, I asked some pujaris and all, they said you should read Garud Puran, and Garud Puran will say what is 13th day. So, but then I remembered when I was starting to learn officially yoga, my first guru had explained to me the process of prasava and prati-prasava. I did not know till then what is prasava. Prasava means there is a God, right? Parmeshwar, not God, but Parmeshwar, Brahman. And Brahman is actionless. Brahman doesn't act at all. Brahman is Nirakar. But Brahman wanted to become Sakar or kinetic. So the Jivatma came a part of Parmeshwar, and then according to Sankhya philosophy, which is written by Kapil Muniji, 24 principles join this portion of Jivatma and whole creation came around. That is called Prasava. Now this 24 principles, they are Prakriti. And then Jivatma is part of Parmeshwar. So Jivatma is action, but Paramatma is actionless, Nirakar. And so this 24 principle is 5 Gnanendriya, ear, eye, nose, taste and touch. 5 Karmendriya, heart, pair, urination, defecation and speech. Gnanendriya 5 Karmendriya, 5 elements. Prithvi, Pani, Hava, Akash and Agni. 15 and then 5 object of this Indriya. Suppose if I have an eye, but if there is no object, I won't be able to see, right? Eye does its work, but there has to be something to see, something to smell. So they are called object of Indriya. So 5 Karmendriya, 5 Gnanendriya, 5 object of Indriya, 5 elements and 4 Antakara. Man, Buddhi, Chitta and Ahankar. So total 24 principles called Sankhya, according to Sankhya philosophy, come together with Paramatma's Ansh and become Jivatma. That is how we come into being. Now, then I thought, what is the importance of 13th day? So Nagendra ji, who is my guru, first guru, told me that this is the process of prati-prasava. Means this 24 principle will keep on coming out of system. 24 principle will come out of system. तो ये मैंने परसीव किया. क्या हुआ कि शरद stop breathing first at 9:30. तो मैंने सोचा, सभी लोग बोले, तो मेरी सिस्टर सभी गया शरद। फिर मैंने कहा नहीं, लेट मी पुट स्टेथोस्कोप, बिकॉज आई स्टेड विथ शरद एवरी सिंगल डे फॉर लास्ट 3 months इन द हॉस्पिटल ऑल्सो। सो कभी मैं देखती थी EKG, वेंट्रिकुलर फिब्रिलेशन, VTAC, नथिंग, अगेन VTAC। तो मैंने कहा देखती हूँ स्टेथोस्कोप लगा के कि वो जिंदा है कि नहीं। बिलीव मी और नॉट, सांस तो रुक गई थी, बट बीच बीच में टुक 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 क्वाइट, टुक 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 क्वाइट। तो मेरा क्या कहना है कि जब ये 24 प्रिंसिपल निकलते हैं, प्रति प्रसवा उसको बोलते हैं। पहले हमने बोला प्रसवा, नाउ इट इज प्रति प्रसवा। धीरे धीरे करके चीजें निकलने लगती है शरीर में से, वो निकलने में 13 दिन लगते हैं। तो आज मेरे बिलवेड शरद ने पूरा शरीर, प्रकृति का पूरा जो भी था, 24 चीजें जो मिली हुई थी, आज उससे छुट्टी हो गई। आज शरद सिर्फ जीवात्मा है और जीवात्मा के साथ उसके संस्कार है, और कुछ भी नहीं है। शरीर का कोई भी एटम एलिमेंट नहीं है। इसीलिए 13th डे को हम मानते हैं। मैंने सोचा कि मे बी आई शुड शेयर विथ यू। आई एम श्योर यू ऑल नो प्रोबेबली, बट आई थॉट इट विल बी नाइस टू शेयर। व्हाई डू वी सेलिब्रेट 13th डे? Today his whole body has now, all the Prakriti part has gone. Now he is a Jivatma and he is Sanskara. Still he is not Parmeshwar, but he is Jivatma with Sanskara. And according to, we pray that Sharad, you had a beautiful life, and I know you are going to be reborn in the best possible family, just like this life, but even better than that. We all love him, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. I hope I didn't bore you to tell you what is Prasava and what is Prati Prasava. So today is the 13th day, and he is completely detached with Prakriti. Thank you.
Thanks, Mom. We'll have one more bhajan, then I'll just end by saying thank you, but bid them uncle.
हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। हे गोविंद राखो शरण अब तो जीवन हारे। गोविंद राखो शरण अब तो जीवन हारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। निरपीवन है तू गयो सिंधु के किनारे। निरपीवन है तू गयो सिंधु के किनारे। सिंधु बीच बसत ग्राह चरण लय पछारे। सिंधु बीच बसत ग्राह चरण लय पछारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। चार प्रहर युद्ध भयो लय गयो मझधारे। प्रहर युद्ध भयो लय गयो मझधारे। नाग कान डूबन लागी कृष्ण को पुकारे। नाग कान डूबन लागी कृष्ण को पुकारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। सूर कहे श्याम सुनो शरण है तिहारे। सूर कहे श्याम सुनो शरण है तिहारे। अब की बार पार करो नंद के दुलारे। अब की बार पार करो नंद के दुलारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। हे गोविंद हे गोपाल अब तो जीवन हारे। थैंक यू।
Can you sing one more?
Does anybody else want to sing?
Anybody else? Actually, Chandan Uncle, 1 minute. Does anybody else want to sing? Okay. Chandan Uncle.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Sankaranu Damaru bole che Raghupati Raja Ram Sankaranu Damaru bole che Raghupati Raja Ram Nardani Veena bole che Sriman Narayanu Naam Nardani Veena bole che Sriman Narayanu Naam Arjunanu Gandiva bole che Raksha karjo he Bhagwan Arjunanu Gandiva bole che Raksha karjo he Bhagwan Shabari na boga bole che Patita pavan Sitaram Shabari na boga bole che Patita pavan Sitaram Vidurani Bhaji bole che Bhakta Vatsal he Bhagwan Vidurani Bhaji bole che Bhakta Vatsal he Bhagwan Krishna ni Bansima bole che Radhe Radhe Pyaru रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। जय श्री कृष्ण। हे राम।
I will not be fair if I don't introduce my older sister, Dr. Bansi Vora. Throughout my struggle helping Sharad, Bhimani came from California. Can you please stand up? She is a wonderful older sister, and till now Sharad was the head of the family because he was the oldest. He did not have brother sister, so my family, they always believed Sharad as the head of the family. But now, passing away and Sharad going to his journey, and Bhimani came multiple times to support me from California, so I wanted to introduce her. My other sister could not come today because her husband is sick. But she was here during the funeral. My brother was here 8 days. He lived last month with me 8 days. My youngest fourth sister also came. And I have a friend, Veenaben, Veenaben and Veenaben stays together. So I wanted to introduce that all family members. Devesh was here, but today he asked, should I fly and go back? I said, no, you can stay. He's coming on Saturday. So when Sonia leaves, I will have some company. But I can't thank all of you enough for coming on a weekdays at 6:30, but let Chandan Bhai finalize and then Sonia will just have something. Chandan Bhai, you want to just make a one short one?
जय श्री कृष्ण।
Thank you, everybody. Before we start Aarti, I just want to say thank you to everyone on behalf of my family for your love and support of my dad, my mom, obviously, and for Davish and I. We've basked in this community, and my parents have been here since 1969, and so I just want to thank all of you for all of the love and support that you've shown and for coming tonight, but also over the years. And I want to give a special thanks to Lalji and Vivani for the recording.
That's
So
me.
thank you, Uncle,
Thank
allowing
you.
so many of our friends and family that aren't local to be able to participate and show their love and support. So thank you, everybody. I think with that, we'll end tonight's program and move to Aarti. While we're preparing for Aarti, if anyone does want to come up and say something, you're welcome to come up now as we're getting ready for Aarti.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmani Purnatavya Snasaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Sharadbhai, what I hear, a lot of similarities with Mahatma Gandhi. He grew up in his lap. Also, Veenaben was saying, Hey Ram, Hey Ram. And Gandhiji was shot and passed away on Friday, and so did Sharadbhai. And they say those who pass away on Fridays are saints. So you can see the comparison of Mahatma Gandhi and other Mahatma. Only one regret I have, that I could not play chess with him. I found out Saturday he was playing chess, and I love it too. So, thank you. Yes, Krishna.
Thanks, Uncle. Yeah, so I was remiss to not thank those that led us in Bhajans. Chandan Bhai, Dr. Pradeep Patel, the tabla player. What's his name? Rishi Lal? Oh, Rishi Lal, sorry, and Aarti Shah. So thank you very much. And all others. And all others.
You know, it is, Sonia has done such a marvelous job. She doesn't stay here, she stays in Los Angeles. So she doesn't know everybody that I know, but I thank every one of you from bottom of my heart. If we have done anything wrong ever in our lives, please forgive me and forgive Sharad. And we just love you all. And we will keep on loving you. Hopefully we all are united through our heart and through our soul. We are Atmas. That's all we are. We are Atmas. Thank you.
So just one request before starting the Aarti, all these chairs, please put it in the back. And we have 2 rows in the Aarti, so everyone will get the Aarti.